So what we have here is page 4 of the reference table. And what you can see is that it's a pretty straightforward graph. Warm currents are all in this solid arrow, and cool currents are all in this clear arrow. Now the solid arrow is warm, and you can see that the warm arrows kind of start in the warm places. So the equator has the strongest sun, and the ocean gets the warmest in the equator. So these are all warm ocean currents, and then they move heat around the world. So there's warm water that moves up the coast of Asia, and it makes its way all the way to North America, but it gets cold up here, so then it turns into a cool current and it comes back. This is called convection. Okay, so the warm water also goes along the east coast of Australia. It gets cooled off as it gets towards the South Pole, and then it comes back towards South America. So you can see usually continents are going to have cold water going by one side and warm water going by the other side. So the equatorial region in between Africa and South America, that warm water comes all the way up past the east coast of the United States. It's called the Gulf Stream over here. And that warm water warms up the east coast. And then it gets to Europe and it cools off because it's cold, closer to the North Pole, and it starts to come back down, and now it's a cold current called the Canary Current, and it cools off this part of Africa. So North America is cooled on the west coast by the California Current and warmed on the east coast by the Gulf Stream. And Australia has the same thing happening on the east and west coasts, and so does South America. So the heat is moved around the world by these convection currents in the ocean, and they're actual real currents, just like you see in Finding Nemo. Those are real things, not that dramatic, but there's actual currents in the ocean that move all this heat all over the place.